Starting Adobe Photoshop. To start Adobe Photoshop, follow these steps. Select Start, All Programs, Adobe Design Premium CS3, Adobe Photoshop CS3 to open the Adobe Photoshop window. Components of Adobe Photoshop window. The main components of the Adobe Photoshop window are as follows. Title bar. It is the topmost bar of the Photoshop window. It contains the name of the application with its icon. It also contains the maximize or restore down, minimize and close buttons. Menu bar. It is located just below the title bar. It contains the main menu commands. Options bar. It is located below the menu bar. It displays the different options that are available for the tools selected from the Tools panel. Tools panel. Located on the left side of the screen, it contains the various tools available in Adobe Photoshop. Image title bar. It displays information about the image opened in Photoshop. Image window. It contains the image that is being edited. Status bar. It is located at the bottom of every document window and displays information such as current magnification, file size, etc. Rulers. They are present along the top and left side of the image. They help positioning the image precisely. Adobe Photoshop Tools panel. Let us know about the tools available in the Adobe Photoshop Tools panel. Rectangular marquee tool to select part of an image. Move tool to select and move images. Lasso tool to make a freehand, polygonal, straight edge and magnetic snap to selections. Magic wand tool for making selections, similar colors at once, for example. Crop tool to crop or trim images. Slice tool to create slices of the image into various sections. Retouching tools to remove imperfection in images. Brush tool to point brush strokes. Clone stamp tool to select an area of image and copy it to another place. Eraser tool to erase an image or a part of it. Gradients tool to create straight line radial, angle, reflected and diamond blends between colors. Blur tool to blur hard edges in an image. Dodge tool to lighten pixels in an image. Pen tool to create vector shapes. Horizontal type tool to insert text in an image. Path selection tool to select the active path. Rectangle tool to draw a rectangle or a square. Annotation tool to make a note to attach with an image. Eyedropper tool to select a color from an image. Hand tool to drag an image when you are in the zoom in state. Zoom tool to change magnification by zooming in and out. Opening an existing file. To open an existing image file, follow these steps. First, select File, Open. The Open dialog box appears on the screen. Second, using the Look In option, select the location of file you want to open. Then, select the file. Third, click Open. Creating a new file. To create a new file, follow these steps. First, select File, New. The New dialog box appears on the screen. Second, in the New dialog box, specify the following. Name. Enter a name for the file. By default, Photoshop names the files Untitled 1, Untitled 2, etc. Width and height. Enter the width and height of the new file. You can choose the required unit, pixels, inches, centimeters, points or picas. The default unit is pixels. Resolution. It is the number of pixels per unit area that make up an image. A higher resolution image is sharper, but its file size will also be bigger. Color mode. This decides the number of colors that can appear in the image. You can choose from any of these options: bitmap, grayscale, RGB color, CMYK color. Background contents. You can choose from white, background color and transparent. Third, click OK. A new blank file opens on the screen. Saving a file. To save a file, follow these steps. First, select File, Save As to open the Save As dialog box. Second, type the file name in the File Name text box. Third, click Save. The default extension of a Photoshop file is .psd. Changing background and foreground colors. Photoshop uses the foreground color to paint, fill, and stroke selections. The background color is used for gradient fill and for filling the erased areas of an image. The default foreground color is black. You can change the foreground or background color using the eyedropper tool, also called the color picker tool. To change the foreground or background color, follow these steps. First, click the foreground or background color selection box in the Tools panel. The color picker dialog box appears. Second, drag the color slider. Third, click in the color field and choose a color. Fourth, click OK.